So this is for Gilly, my grandson, on his third Christmas. The King's Breakfast. The King asked the Queen, and the Queen asked the dairymaid, "Can we have some butter for the royal slice of bread?" The Queen asked the dairymaid, and the dairymaid said, "Oh, certainly. I'll go and tell the cow now before she goes to bed." The dairymaid, she curtsied, and then she told the ordinary, "Don't forget the butter for the royal slice of bread." And the ordinary said sleepily, "You should tell His Majesty that nowadays some people like marmalade instead." And the dairymaid said, "Oh, fancy." And she went to Her Majesty. She curtsied to the Queen, and she turned a little red. Excuse me, Your Majesty, for taking up the liberty, but marmalade is tasty if it's very thickly spread." And the Queen said, "Oh." And she went to His Majesty. "I'm talking of the butter for the royal slice of bread. Some people nowadays like marmalade. Would you like to try some marmalade instead?" And the King said, "Oh, bother." And then he said, "Oh, dearie me." And then he sobbed, "Oh, dearie me." And he went back to bed. "Nobody," he sobbed, "could call me a fussy man, but I only want a little bit of butter for my bread." And the Queen said, "Oh, there, there." And she went to her dairymaid, and the dairymaid said, "Oh, there, there." And she went to the shed, and the cow said, "Oh, there, there. I didn't really mean it. Here's cream for his porringer and butter for his bread." So the Queen took the butter and went to His Majesty. And His Majesty said, "Butter, eh?" And he bounced out of bed. "Nobody," he said as he kissed her tenderly. "Nobody," he cried as he slid down the banisters. "Nobody can call me a fussy man. But I do like a little bit of butter for my bread." Merry Christmas, Gilly, and Merry Christmas, one and all.